How was filming that content? How was filming that content? How was filming that content? How was filming that content?
So the other day, Hasan and Ethan finally had their totally not gay debate that broke the internet, discussing serious topics like who knows more about swords. They both seem to be very knowledgeable about swords and their history. I don't know why the conversation then devolved into discussing Israel and Palestine. In fact, the whole sword conversation was to prove that Hasan was anti-yarmulke, which was a real twist for me because I thought that this was just a friendly discussion about swords, and then Ethan had to go all 9/11 Holocaust on the conversation.
Or that it was a cool sword that was laying around because it's the only long sword that I have.
You have 10 swords.
I know, they're heavy. That's not a real sword.
So oh, yes, I'm aware that it's not a real sword, but you had 10 to choose from. What does it matter how much they weigh?
Yeah, the other ones are heavy.
Let me paint a scenario. Hassan, let me paint a scenario for you, okay? Listen, okay? This is important. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism. You exhibited in that video the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. 1 out of 10 of your swords that you have previously already stated you know is the, quote, swastika sword. So am I insane for even... You're treating me like I'm insane for bringing this up, but it sounds pretty reasonable.
I mean, it's a little insane.
So yes. Yeah, microaggressions just don't exist for Jewish people.
You're asking me why iDubbbz.
It's your sword, bro. I don't believe that you weren't there.
I'm not iDubbbz.
You were there, bro. It's in your fucking house.
I don't know. I don't know why you're asking me.
Because it's your house and your sword.
But I also gave you what my speculation is, and that is that
it was just a cosmic chance.
I previously had it laying around because I had just done an Assassin's Creed promo.
Okay, if you say so. So if it's a cosmic fluke, which you claim, then why leave the photo up?
I'm not even in the photo, I don't think.
I know,
right?
It's in your room, though, and with your sword. Why leave the photo up if it's a cosmic fluke?
Wait, why are you asking me this question? I don't know. I'm not, Ethan.
I'm sorry, Hasan. Are you unable to make value judgments on situations? Like, isn't that what you do for a living? Do you think that iDubbbz should have removed?
I don't think it's relevant or that big of a deal at all. If that's what you're trying to get out of me, like, yeah, I think it's not.
Okay, so you're telling a Jewish man who's complaining about a very odd coincidence that I'm crazy and I'm exaggerating.
Over the Manji on it, Ethan. Can we? Okay, you got me. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you got me. I put a swastika in the video calling you out for exaggerating anti-Semitism. You got me.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. You literally did.
I didn't.
Apparently, Hasan owns a sword that looks like the no-no symbol, which is pretty cool, and his friends posed with it in a picture, though it's not even a real sword, so is it even really the no-no symbol at that point? But Ethan figured that one out, explaining why it is the no-no symbol, which was weird hearing a yarmulke man giving us tips on how to draw a swastika. I thought that was odd. I guess I've been doing it wrong this whole time, as he says you have to put it on an angle if you want to get it right.
No, you know it's not a swastika, but it is literally a swastika also, because the difference between a swastika and that Hindu symbol is this. You see what I'm doing? This is the difference.
So make sure you all remember that the next time so you don't make a happy accident. Maybe someone should make sure that Kanye knows how the symbol is supposed to look so he can match it with his new outfit. Oh, wait.
A place of refuge right quick.
The legend, man. How do you...
There is a method to the madness, though, as Ethan's obsession with Hasan that went on for several decades is justified as he proved with even more damning evidence, not just with the sword collection, that Hasan is wrong about Israel. What he's wrong about, I have no idea, as I've been trying to figure out what that thing around Hasan's neck says. What is that? Epstein? I don't know, bro. That's a little sus. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Hold on a second. Ennet slap? Hashtag Ennet slap. I'm pro Ennet slap. I've been convinced. What is that? Like a competitor to Dana White? Whatever this brand is, I think he was just promoting it for Ethan's audience because he took it off the second they were done talking. So after they went on that little tangent about some war that no one's heard of, they did at least go back to talking about real topics as they then discussed the disgusting dip Hummus, not to be confused with that Middle Eastern music choir. Again, this was a twist that somehow came back to Israel, like, just as I'm enjoying the conversation, they go back to talking about irrelevant shit.
You defended Frogan's use of the Sabra tier list. What was your opinion on that?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I think that the Sabra Hummus tier list is absolutely insane to consider anti-Semitic, and most people have already laughed about it, despite the fact that it was very damaging in terms of deplatforming a bunch of content creators that participated in this, egged on by yourself, by the way.
Yes. With pleasure.
And yeah, it's not.
It's insane.
Even remotely.
Okay.
It's not even remotely anti-Semitic.
Very
it's
good. Let me ask you a
the
question.
Cracker Band that Twitch capitulated on.
So let me follow up with this. Have you seen the thumbnail?
The thumbnail?
Yes, that's what I said. This
For
is the
what?
thumbnail that's still up. Now, let me ask you this, Hasan. Here's Frogan's thumbnail for the Sabra Hummus tier list. In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Ethan?
Whoa, answer the
walk you through this
question.
again.
What, you're dodging?
I'm not iDubbbz. And
Oh,
I'm
but
not
you
Frogan.
can't make value judgments suddenly on your friends who you've spent all this time defending.
No, because I don't care.
Well, I do.
I don't. Like,
I think it's great you don't care. Why is Ben Shapiro there?
I don't know. I don't care. Probably because he's also
Probably
a
because he's
massive
Jewish?
fucking. What?
Because it's the most
he's Jewish?
prominent Jewish creators on YouTube.
Do you think Ben Shapiro's Judaism is the reason as to why he would be on this?
100% without a doubt, yes.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hold
go ahead.
on.
Take your time. I know it's a lot to process.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lot to process.
Yeah, I know, man. It's tough. You really don't know what to say because it looks pretty bad.
No, because it's so fucking stupid.
Well, tell
Ethan.
me then.
You look kind of dumb
So why
right
is Ben
now.
there?
You look kind of insane.
Okay, very good.
That's
Why is Ben
I'm
there?
having a hard time. Like, I don't know why fucking Frogan made this thumbnail. And
Why
I
is
don't
Ben
care.
there?
I don't have any issue with this thumbnail.
Why is Ben there?
Because he's a prominent defender of Israel.
You're quick to say that Jews aren't the only Zionists, right? So why is Ben Shapiro, of all the people in the world who are conservatives, who are Zionists, Christian Zionists, why Ben Shapiro? Me and Ben Shapiro and F tier, the two most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube? That's a coincidence, just like the swastika, huh?
Ethan,
these are two cosmic coincidences.
Ethan,
Hassan, they're really stacking up.
Like, I wanted them to go into why each dip is better. Maybe one is better on Doritos, maybe one is better for dipping on celery or some shit like that. But no, I was wrong. As they kept talking for like days and days, I was already losing interest, and then I found out that city behind Ethan wasn't even real. It was like some CGI shit.
I agree with you. If you want to add that, like the genesis of Zionism included, you know, the displacement and you know, the ravaging of the culture that existed there, then I would agree with you. I mean, I don't think that the establishment of Israel was like a good thing. I mean, it was tragic and a lot of bad things happened. But let me ask you, sir, how was filming that content? I just have to know what you felt, what you were thinking as they were doing the Fortnite L behind you.
We'll get that.
No. We're here. I don't want to talk about definitions. You got your Zionism, and let's do the.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was fine. Did
you not?
I've participated in other YouTube videos as well in the past.
No, but that Fortnite L dancing.
Some of them feature sketches. Okay.
I noticed you weren't in the other shots. Why was that?
I think I was being interviewed by.
Oh, really? Who was interviewing you?
That was happening. I can't.
Really?
I don't remember.
Really? Oh, that's convenient. I think you were embarrassed, frankly. You were absent from every other shot.
Wait,
I think you saw him doing that Fortnite dance, and you said, I got to get out of this.
No,
and by the way,
care.
I'm giving you credit for that.
I mean, Ethan, you're a comedian.
And there wasn't a giant Hila Klein head coming to destroy it. Instead, she was floating around somewhere selling merch, which we were reminded is Ethan's wife. I don't know how you can marry a floating head, but maybe that's a video for another day.
That statement where you are actually understanding of my position until your wife stops you and says, that's inappropriate. You literally say, oh, he's saying the likelihood of rapes happening does not justify genocide, which you agree a genocide is happening. Ever since
Uncontested.
then, though, months later, you still chose
Her
to
name is
use that
Hila, by
clip
the way,
that is
Hassan.
14
I don't
seconds
know
long
why
out
you
of
referred to her
context.
as my wife. I find that a little chauvinistic, frankly. You know who she is. You know her well. You've begged for Teddy Fresh from her many times. So, like, yeah, you know who she is. You've written her
Okay,
emails
Hila.
asking for clothing. Her name is Hila.
I mean,
So
yeah,
why don't you
that's
say
fine.
that? Why,
Okay.
Who goes, oh, your wife? Like, she's not. She has no. She's just like, oh.
I wasn't.
That's what I mean. After that cool little start, it becomes boring, and then you have to skim around to find anything interesting.
You're not gonna
I'll just
stop.
say up front, we can end on that point.
Oh, I can keep going all day if you
I'm
want
sure you
to.
can. Yeah, I know. I know you go to bed tonight in a cool race car bed, but I have family.
Okay. No,
Kids.
that's fine. Why are you thinking about what my bedroom looks like? It's kind of weird, man.
Yeah.
So Ethan has kids, and Hasan has a race car bed. I mean, that's cool. W to Hasan. I always wanted one of those. The whole thing ended with the two of them discussing who got more views. So at least at the end of all of this, we got to figure out why they were talking for 5 hours.
I know you guys hate each other, but the views were crazy.
It was? How many? I never
just
looked.
saying, think about it.
What was the views at? I never looked.
They're pretty good on both ends, like 100K.
Whose was higher?
Don't ask that question.
Hassan's was higher?
Hassan's was higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not by much, but it was higher.
That's not good. We got
I
to
mean,
do
I had
something.
120,000. I don't know what you guys had over there. I wasn't looking, but
We got up to about 100K.
I'm more interested in what Kanye's doing right now, and why wasn't he allowed to wear his new outfit to the Met Gala? That's the real drama. No wonder he walked out of that interview. He was probably still pissed off. I would be too. I don't get to wear my new outfit, and I have to hang out with Sneeko. Who wants to do that?